What if the greatest threat to your dreams wore the same last name you do? For Justin, Quincy, and Christian King Combs, that threat has always been their father, Sean Diddy Combs, a man now fighting for his own freedom while the empire he built trembles. Long before prosecutors whispered racketeering and trafficking, the Combs boys faced a quieter trial. Years of sabotage, control, and a pattern of spiritual abuse hiding behind the glitter of bad boy glory. From the outside, Diddy preached the gospel of hustle, a billionaire mogul, a doting dad, a kingmaker who could spin strangers into superstars. But insiders paint a stormier portrait. Violent rages behind soundproof doors, iron-tight NDAs, careers boosted only as long as he held the strings. As brand deals vanish and honorary degrees get yanked, one truth echoes through hallways once lined with platinum plaques. Success around Diddy often comes with a cost. Justin Combs learned that the hard way. He was supposed to be the golden-armed cornerback at UCLA, a student-athlete ready to prove a Combs could dominate by merit. Then, on a June afternoon, campus cameras captured Diddy bursting into the training facility, allegedly swinging a 30-pound kettlebell at an assistant coach for pushing his son too hard. Police led the mogul away. Justin's scholarship survived, but his football future withered. Harvard even opened its gates for him, yet family whispers say Dad steered him back to Los Angeles with the promise of an executive chair at Bad Boy, a chair that, insiders note, never truly came with power. Justin wasn't the only casualty. Quincy Brown, charismatic, camera-ready, and technically Diddy's adopted stepson, landed the coveted role of Jamal Lyon on Fox's breakout series, Empire. Then negotiations stalled. The studio wanted a slice of Quincy's future music. Diddy reportedly demanded total control instead. Talks imploded. The part moved to Jussie Smollett. Empire exploded without Quincy. History seemed to repeat when Quincy booked Lee Daniels' next show, Star. Rumors swirled that Diddy hovered close enough to unsettle producers until Quincy's story arc quietly shrank. Each time a spotlight found Quincy, a larger shadow appeared right behind it. But the son now stealing headlines is the youngest, Christian King Combs. At the height of his father's legal storm, he dropped an EP anchored by a flaming single, titled Diddy Free. The hook is blunt. Nobody sleeps till we see Diddy free. Yet fans can't ignore the double meaning. Why release a freedom anthem before a verdict? Industry chatter hints Christian seized the moment while cameras were already aimed his way. Others say it's his subtle declaration of independence. Producers like Hitmaka claim Diddy routinely phones gatekeepers to stall Christian's deals, eager to supervise every beat. On a recent podcast, Hitmaka labeled the mogul diabolical, alleging he sabotages any artist, family included, who starts shining too bright. Patterns emerge. Psychologists call it a narcissistic double bind. Lift someone up so the world claps, then yank the ladder once they climb higher than you like. In the Combs household, that bind materialized as studio sessions suddenly canceled, film cameos revoked, promises that evaporated once the press left the room. Staffers whisper the unofficial rule, no one outshines Puff. And the Sons weren't the only ones dimmed. Cassie Ventura's 2023 lawsuit, settled in a single day, accuses Diddy of a decade of brutal control. Friends of the late Kim Porter recall similar torment decades earlier. Prosecutors now argue those same patterns underpin a criminal enterprise built on fear. Yet even today, Diddy's defense team seat his children in the front row. hoping their presence will vouch for his character. Critics counter that family is exactly where his control runs deepest. If so, why do allies still rally behind him? Partly, it's the cult of success. Hollywood and hip-hop adore the self-made billionaire myth. Challenge it, and you risk exile. Record labels rode Diddy's hit-making wave. TV networks savored the ratings. Liquor brands toasted soaring sales of Ciroc. Silence became currency. Only now, as the empire totters, do partners back away? Universities pull honors. Media outlets demand distance. Investors quietly bail. Amid that exodus, Christian's chorus rings out, "Diddy free." Is it a straightforward protest, "Free my dad," or a sly confession, "I'm finally free of dad"? Interviews show Christian praising Kanye West's relentless studio ethic, a subtle contrast to Bad Boy's long delays. Listen closely, and you'll hear loyalty laced with longing, a young artist aching to sidestep the same trap that stalked his brothers. And that begs the question, coincidence or curse? Justin's scholarship fizzled after a kettlebell swing. Quincy's breakout roles vanished amid rights disputes. Christian raps for freedom while hinting at flight. 3 sons, 3 stalled ascents, 1 common denominator. If the jury calls Sean Combs guilty, he could spend decades behind bars. Yet for the Combs sons, the verdict that matters isn't signed in a courtroom. It's etched in their next moves. Will they inherit the cycle of domination or break it? Will Diddy Free become an anthem for their father or a prophecy for themselves? Because maybe true freedom, for the sons, for alleged victims, even for Diddy, starts only when the mirror of ego shatters and the myths of stardom crack with it. So next time that hook loops through your headphones, ask yourself, is it a chant to liberate a legend, or a plea for the legend's children to liberate themselves?